Hello guys, welcome back to the video on Make Now Tech, and in this video we're going to review the NOBLE ROM for Samsung Galaxy Grand 2. So with that being said, let's get started. I'm using this ROM for a couple of weeks now and I must say that it is really good. It can be used as a daily driver. If you are a TouchWiz lover, this ROM is for you. So without further ado, let's jump into settings, and if we just scroll down to About Device, we will see the normal information like the status, the legal information, the device name. The device name is actually customizable. If you don't want to name it Galaxy Note 7, you can just change it. For the time being, we will keep it as it is. So there is a model number SMGSN102. It is also for the LTE variant as well as S3 and S3 Neo. So this ROM is based on Lollipop, but it is themed as Marshmallow, and you can see the Marshmallow game over here. And this ROM is really pretty smooth. So now, looking at the kernel version is based on the Rio kernel. The links are down there in the description below. And if you use Rio kernel, so most of the bugs will be solved in this ROM. Moving up to the accessories section, there is the automatic unlock, and you can use the SP wallpaper. You can set the wallpaper as per you want, and there's a show information which doesn't work. So now moving on to the storage section. As you can see that there's this section: available space, system memory, use space, and the yellow color shows the system memory, which is not exactly 10 GB. It is normal, but since it's a port ROM, we can use it. And there is the SD card, and you can move the apps to SD card also after flashing Rio kernel. So now the main thing is that the battery life. The battery life in this ROM is pretty surprising. It is really good. I'm using this for 2 weeks, and yes, it has performed really well. So here are some stats which I took. So the first day I kept the device idle for 6 hours, and the same day I got around 4 hours of screen on, and the next day it was really good. I got over till 5 hours of screen on time with YouTube 1 hour, and the next is another device was idle for 10 hours and I got around 3 hours 40 minutes with games. So yes, this ROM can be used as a daily driver if you are concerned with the battery life. It is really good. So moving on to the accessibility tab, this also doesn't work, but if you flash the settings APK, the links are down in the description, it will work. So now moving on to the privacy policy, privacy and safety, and then go to Roxing and security. You can see the unlock effect. If you want, there are 2 effects already present, and then you can create new sources and all that. So moving on, there are themes. The themes actually doesn't work in this ROM. You will see this section, but the theme doesn't work. Don't apply it. And after that, goes to the wallpaper. There's a beautiful setup. You can actually set the wallpaper and home screen, lock screen, or for both. There's some stock papers you can set on your own also. So then the other main things comes is the performance. So this ROM is really performed well even after installing so many apps. I have installed these many apps and still, yes, it does good. You can actually see the running processes. We are getting around 300 MB, which is really good after so many default applications of Samsung. You already know. So, but still 300 MB, and yes, it is good. And we have not installed any Expose framework and all that without any Greenify and all that. So coming to the display, the main thing which I loved about this ROM is the font section. It really does good. We have over 300 fonts. Yeah guys, you heard me that we have over 300 fonts in this ROM, and we can set it any way. You will see a beautiful setup over here. You can see the text, you can resize it as you want. You will see the preview of it over here. So okay, let's select a font over here. To select it, just tap on the font and then click on done. It will give you a preview. You can resize as you want, and yes, done. And there the font is applied to each and every component. Okay, to again move back to the default font, we have to go back to display, then the font section, and then select the default font and the size you want to be default, and click on done. After that, there is also screen mode section, which by default it was on adaptive display. There are four options. I've kept it on basic. So now moving on. Another great thing which I loved about this ROM is that there are no that kind of bloatware which really comes with TW's ROMs. It has really good management of the bloatware. You get the S Music player also, and with that you get the C Linux mode changer, which is an app to change the Linux status. And then the super user also works very fine. As you can see, all these permissions, yes, it is working. So now moving on. And I've also mentioned that I have not used any exposed framework. So now moving on to the internet, we'll just browse something to check whether the default internet app is working or not. So we will search for something like Google, and we'll search for Android N. Okay, yes, the browsing was fast. There are no glitches at all. Okay, the tabs, yes, everything is working fine. After that, we will move on to check whether YouTube is working or not. Okay, before that, there is a beautiful interface over here. You can see the quick settings toggles, and yes, it is based on the S7 style. You can use whatever you want. After that, we'll just go to YouTube and see if it comes up and works really well. Okay, yes, it opened up really well without any, and it is just refreshing it. So there are no problems with YouTube with this app, and we get it inbuilt. Let's play a video. Yes, it was inbuilt, and yes, it is working. The default, we get it inbuilt. So yes, it is working. After that, we get a smart manager over here. You can see the battery status, you can see the storage, the RAM. You can actually free it, you can clean it all from here. There is a device security section also. After that, we will check the camera, which is the main thing. Both front and the back, both the cameras are working, and also video recording is working. For that, video recording to work, if it is not working for you, we will just take a sample and show you that it is working. So you have to change the LCD density from 310 to 320, and after that flash the Rio kernel. And remember, after you flash the Rio kernel, you have to again flash the supersu. All the links are down there in the description. So we'll just play that recording. And yes, as you can see that recording works. So yes, overall this ROM has some pretty minor bugs. To improve the accessibility, you have to install the sex setting APK. All the links are down in the description, and as you can see, there are many apps running. So till then, yes, it is performing really well. So guys, that's it for this review. If you like this video, do hit the like button, and for more videos like this, please subscribe to my channel. And thank you guys for watching. See you all in the next one.